Florida primary elections are just over a month away now, and Hillsborough County is preparing. Crews loaded up more than 25 pallets of ballots today onto large moving trucks. Those ballots will be mailed to voters. So far, more than 321,000 county voters have requested those mail-in ballots. And speaking of the primary elections, tonight, Florida's top two Democrats faced off. Both candidates eyeing the governor's office are claiming victory after tonight's debate. Our Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders shows us the highlights.
Sparks almost instantly Thursday as Freed slipped up on her abortion stance out of the gate.
We only have one choice. The candidate who has been pro-life her whole entire life.
Crist was quick to pounce.
I just noted that my opponent said she's been pro-life her whole life. Sometimes that happens, Nikki, and I know that's not the case, and I hope you know that's not the case with me.
For his part, Crist kept much focus on the incumbent governor, railing against his policies.
We need a governor who wants to care about the people of our state, not the people in Iowa or New Hampshire who are going to be voting in 2024 for the Republican nominee for president.
While Freed put heat on Crist's record again and again.
I love how Charlie likes to rewrite history.
Condemning the former Republican for his state Supreme Court picks when governor, saying access to abortion is now at risk as a result.
When women die here in the state of Florida, that is on you, and you will have to live with that every single day.
The congressman called the attacks, quote, desperation from a, quote, losing campaign, and he urged Freed to end the mudslinging.
Stop tearing down your fellow Democrats and do what's right to win this election in November. I'll pledge to you, if you win the primary, I'll endorse you that night.
Freed did not return the pledge, but the two did agree on a lot. The death penalty for the Parkland shooter, better access to affordable housing, comprehensive immigration reform, and banning assault weapons.
Thank you.
They also said defeating DeSantis would depend on being the nominee and rejecting their opponent.
Unfortunately for Nikki, she's losing this campaign, and that's unfortunate. But you want somebody to win, and who can win in November.
You have a choice. We can keep losing, or we can try something new.
The pick is now up to Florida Democrats over the next 4 weeks. The primary, August 23rd. At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, ABC Action News.
Meanwhile, what are Republicans saying about the debate? They're dismissing the two candidates. The RNC releasing this statement saying, quote, while Freed and Crist argue over who loves Joe Biden more, Floridians already have a real leader in the governor's mansion, end quote.
I talked to ABC Action News political analyst Dr. Susan McManus tonight to weigh in on that debate. She noted the candidates spent considerable time talking about affordable housing, and I asked her if this one and only debate was enough to sway a voter.
They probably didn't change a lot of definitive votes, but they might have caused a viewer to scratch their head and say, well, maybe I better look a little bit further and see how this unfolds. And I think that's why they push so hard at each other. They have very little time to change people's minds or to keep their mind the same as to which candidate they prefer.
The primaries are coming up. The deadline to register to vote or change your party affiliation is this coming Monday, July 25th. A reminder that Florida is a closed primary state, meaning you must be a registered Democrat or Republican to vote for partisan races. If you want to vote by mail instead of going to the polls, you must request your ballot by 5 p.m. on August 13th, 10 days before the primary election.